and he'll be in a lot of trouble because those ADSs that are positioned in front of him, they're not going to stop the fire arrows from going on in. And there they go. And gets pushed out. But what a shot that is on a Nesk, and a great way to start things off up against your opponents.
It's a very risky position to put yourself in, especially being an Echo, a valuable operator the longer you stay alive. And they even push him for a second, but Paulo is able to find a kill. He's solo on HP, though. A single bullet can eliminate him. And because he's using the ARX, he has to go for the reload. So this might give Lukid a bit of an easier access to 90.
He's just going to stay in his position right now, realizing that there's still a minute left for him to go. And the lumps that Liquid have taken are certainly grave, but not to the point of them completely losing out on the round, at least not yet. 90 control is still Liquid's. Liquid doesn't really appear too interested to go back and reclaim it. He gets droned again, and around the deployable shield, Palu doesn't appear to take any additional damage. He'll dispatch Lukid, as all of Liquid now have control of that classical hallway, and they begin to push on in at any moment. That's a team flash there, and Moringa has one more smoke of arrow available. Falls firing on in as the SMG-11's being worked very well. Rise takes down Moringa, and now there goes Palu. He had so little HP that, of course, the smoke is going to work. It's magic. It's all up to PSK and Sexy Cake. An IQ and a Heart Breacher. Rise using his last toxic canister with 20 seconds left, and it's very easy for Team 1 to just hold off as Rayduck grabs one but can't take out Sexy Cake. It's a glorified 1v2, even though the screen says a 2v2, and Sexy Cake has 10 seconds to go. He sees the arm of the mute. He'll grab the kill. He needs to push in, but he's shredded as he heads through the vault door. 2 seconds left. He has to get to the bar in time, but no, it won't work at all, and Team 1, Palu knows that his retreat is going to be cut off by those track stingers. Requires PSK to shoot away at a couple of them. 3 bodies for Liquid downstairs. 2 of them will have access to C4. Down goes Sexy Cake, but Skadini immediately traded back by Moringa, so at minimum, that's not bad. You lose a Nomad for an Echo, but man, an Echo dying early, that is tough.
How does the Echo die as the first one? That's really the big question. Was he trying to play a Maestro position? That's probably what was the case. They're playing behind the desk. Reduck will find one on Moringa. Nesk will fire in, but won't find anybody through the window. Nobody's pushing in from bed into statuary just yet. You hear all the tracks being deployed. The beautiful Death Blossom.
There goes another, though, too, and it's a 2v4, and this is dire straits for Liquid right now. Inside of Astronomy, he might actually catch the sledge off guard. Oh, no! He swings anyway, and somehow Palu wins that fight, but immediately and swiftly traded off by Lukid, and Nesk will need a 1v3 clutch to keep his team in this, or in very short order. Team 1 will persevere, and that's it. All said and done, the rise and the fall. And then he rotates to retake upstairs. So this is looking for the post plant right now as Nomad throws an air jab down on the main door of VIP. And because of this, a retake will at least be something that the attackers are alerted to.
Now Paul is still playing from the top floor. There's a lot of time being burned off here as Liquid have not found anyone. And as I say that, it's falls to be eliminated. It's the Mira out of play. I'm not sure if there was still a Nitro Cell available for Falls, but it's an entry nonetheless. Here the Capital crossbow bolts going off as Rise is holding. If he can find a kill here, this will definitely help Team 1 in the defensive. He'll spray through the smoke, but won't catch anybody. See Sexy Cake going in for the plant. He's actually forced off of it for just a few seconds. And Rise trying to do the work here, but all the bullets hitting the side. Spraying into the Capital will not connect, and he finds PSK. That's a headshot that he was looking for quite a bit. Sexy Cake turns around, finds Rise, and he's spot. His kicks are down on the floor. Reduct takes out Sexy Cake, but Paulo on the refrag against Lukid. Little time left here as you need to go for the plant. Moringa will get one down, possibly. It's free fire from Reduct, but Paulo just moves in and whacks Team 1.
Out if need be, but down goes Sexy Cake. It'll need to be picked back up. I don't know if this was a run out. I don't know if this was just a long shot. Could have been even from behind the bar as Paulo picks him up. And Sexy Cake being out of action would have been a huge sigh of relief for this defense, as the asphyxiating bolts will be able to do so much damage. Asphyxiating bolts will miss Falls, though, and the smoke will come on in. Nesk finds Lukid, and just pushing on up. Sexy Cake credited with the kill, even though it was Palu who did most of the work. Sexy Cake solo on HP, Palu is down, Skadinia gets Nesk, so Liquid very injured, and Team 1 doing a great job of coming back. Rayduck is down and giving information, which essentially means it's a 1v3. This is a good angle being held here, and the Jaeger of Rise is going to have to put in considerable work. It's going to be a challenge. He takes out Sexy Cake. Rayduck can't get picked up. Rise on so low HP. Plant going down from Palu with only one body to watch. Rayduck gets finished off, expecting the Jaeger to possibly peek, and now Liquid is going to evacuate the site. That's been Rise that's crept on up to see the diffuser and will have to stick it at some point, but he's also very low on HP. Moringa could be the big difference maker here. But I mean, if you're smart, you just stay far back. There are drones available, and this will be challenging for Rise to possibly do something. He doesn't know where anybody is. He's completely blind on information. He can walk on out, but he's going to be spotted. This is an impossible task, and there you go. Moringa closing the door.
A lot of damage done here to Paulo. P10 Roni expends that magazine so fast. No pests left. Not sure if he even captured anything. The drone will come in and probably spot him here, and yes, it will. So pre-fire aplenty to the wall. There's no bomb chassis to hold it, and a call as well. Paulo's not really going to be feeling too well after this.
If Paulo can get out of this with a single kill, then it's a massive victory for him, but he's not going to. Down goes Paulo to Rayduck, and nobody from Team 1 sustains any damage whatsoever. That's a C4 down below that's gone. That's the drone utility that could have come in handy for the defenders, also gone. Some guns, soft destruction in a pinch, etc. There's so much that Mozzie really brings to the table and can be such a pivotal operator, as he can fight close range and as a, aggressively from afar, whether he is the Roni or the Commando. You mentioned that bomb chassis. Well, that's where Nesk is going to sit for the time being. He pushes back on the drones that were trying to determine his location, and he's just going to sit and wait. Most of Team 1 are pretty, I guess, safe, just sitting nice and sound inside of the site. But you've got Team 1 starting to clamp on in. Be thwarted for the time being by a mute jammer on Cool Vibe stairs, so Rise will just head up on his own. I don't know if he knows that there's anybody nearby. You can tell from our angle in the silhouettes that there's nobody nearby. Sexy Cake is on 1 HP, sustaining quite a lot of damage, and the flashes from Rise intending to hit a target. There's Nesk, who manages to get a big kill. Falls takes out Moringa. Sexy Cake is still so low, and we're watching on Rise as he needs to move on in. Down goes Falls, and once again, there's nobody looking over towards Hookah. The same powerful position, but a big play from Rise to walk in and take control. Rayduck going for the plant, but where is Sexy Cake? He's down below. He's going to be able to do it. Stopping the diffuser. They'll need to pick it back up and plant again, and Sexy Cake will need the information, but Rise is dispatched down below, and it all... Let's see if somebody's going to head down Cool Vibes here. And Skadinia's position will be given away. And nobody peeks from Cool Vibes, at least for the time being. There's a phone call, and it's a first kill for Skadinia. Looking for a second. Oh, what a beautiful shot onto the head of Moringa. And that might be it when it comes to Liquid's chances. But Paulo is there, and I don't know if Skadinia is aware of the Mozzie playing inside of the bar. Yes, he is. So now you just push on up, spray through the wall, and there goes the Mozzie. Skadinia's been hitting his shots. He's got every single one so far. It's all up to Nesk in a 1v4, or Liquid go out 2-0 to Team 1 in what would be considered a massive upset. Pressure's on for Nesk as there goes the phone call, and he'll be hunted down. Jackal coming in close. Skadinia has every kill so far, but he won't get another, as Nesk gets that one. He's playing behind the reinforcement. This is a powerful position for him to be, and he can fend off multiple angles, but he has to be wary of where he's getting pushed. He doesn't know that there's a plant going down, and there's Rise to seal the deal. Liquid.
But holding a nitro cell that can follow up and make sure they can capitalize while the other two can walk back on the side and be successful in it. Muzi will drop one. That's a refrag from Reduct on the Kamikaze. Muzi with a peek again. He'll find a second. Testing on the back of the desk as a tiny bit of damage has been done to the Thermite. At least he's down to 50 HP. But both Lukid and Rise taken a slight bit of damage early on.
1 minute left, it's a 3v3. This doesn't bode well for Team 1, at least for the time being, as they've just managed to get control, and now they need to translate that to a pretty quick execute. The problem is that everybody from Team 1 is upstairs. You drop through that hatch to your peril. Rayduck has now been downed as well. It sounded like it might have been an explosive. He'll need to get picked back up. Maybe it was Pino actually gunning him down. And there you go. Pino's just going to patrol that hatch from below, watch it like a hawk. Take some damage in the process, but yet again, you've now wasted half of the time you had left, 30 seconds, and you're all above. So where do you go? You have Nip sit under the hatches, and you'll have to enter the site somehow. That jail wall is open, testing Pino's reflexes. He's not able to land the shots. Keep in mind that Thermite is still so low that one bullet from most guns will take him out. He's holding that diffuser and will need to get into the site. Down goes Pino, though. And that's the F2 putting in good work. Down goes Lukid. Julio's there. Shoots him right through. A beautiful shot. And now it's a 1v2. And Rise isn't going to even be able to make it in towards Customs. The first 30 seconds or so, the answer is no.
Setting C4.
There you go. He'll grab Rise, and that's a good opening kill. Down goes the Nomad and NIP in a 5v4 off of information that is being relayed. NIP has been so good at giving the right calls so far. And they just look completely at home and at ease.
I just wish we got to see NIP play like this on land, to be honest. But it's not a really the usual sighting of NIP. However, so far in online play in Latin America, they've been on point and exploiting every bit of information, keeping you on your toes. That's what NIP are really good at. Julia will drop down to the workshop and play from the pre-opened holes. This Nitro Cell has already been expended. It's kind of gone here. Lukid will lose possibly his second Twitch drone. He'll have to be very careful. Look at this. How do you deal with this? What do you do against this? Like, honestly,
Ray,
you don't even know if there is an angle over in there. Like, okay, this is what you have to deal with.
this is absolutely greasy. And they're opening up even greater lines of sight now, too. Psycho can see all the way out, and it's a plant going down from Rayduct. I don't know if that information is known, but, I mean, you get it off. Team 1 are getting away with murder on that one. And, well, they'll lose Skadinia, and then they lose Falls. So up to Rayduct and Lucan. He's going to get shot from different angles. Rayduct absorbing a lot of damage, and he's down for the count. It's Lucan in a 1v4. But he's outside on the Vents Customs, I guess, plateau. He's in good position. There's drones in there to give marks, and he can just walk right out. You're going to have to try to pressure him from multiple angles here. Smoke him out so you can't see that line of sight. Now Lucan has to rotate around, and he'll get shot from the sandwich window. Creeping on up, breathing it in, but there's Julio and NIP. From below in Customs. It's Reduct now, but he gets felled by Psycho, and the Jackal does all the work himself. The hatch blows up above him, and, well, Reduct can't go anywhere. Now Psycho will continue to drone himself in. You don't necessarily want to be droning yourself in. That's not the position to be. Psycho's got full control down below with this PDW. High rate of fire, high magazine, SMG that he carries in his hands. Oh, they're going to catch the Jaeger out, and they might be able to get on him, but oh no, he misses, goes on in, and there you have it. But you see how much damage that carbine does. Psycho will walk away with 24 HP, but 2 kills to start things off. That's going to put his team in excellent position. NIP just need to carry this through, and, well, Rise and Kamikaze, each exchanging words with one another. 2 kills from Team 1 will equalize very fast order as Kamikaze and Julio are off the board.
It's good play by the Valkyrie, and you'll see the Jackal that is still low on HP for NIP. He's taking a lot of damage in earlier engagement. Psycho scanning around, but he kind of needs his teammate to support him, and the Valkyrie play that is such a huge staple for Latin America. Doing work, but as I say that, she'll be felt. Nomad doing the work. It's a 3v2 with low HP again on the Jackal, and Pino is sitting up right outside of the site. Oh, a good play here for the Maestro to take down Muzi, eliminating the Jackal. A tiny bit of damage done to the smoke, but Pino might have an advantage here coming in from behind. The hatch has been opened up from above. Oh, he'll drop right into their welcoming hands. Psycho will find 1 kill. Skadinia is spotted right next. Pino, you know he dropped in. The Maestro has no clue where his opponent is. He might just spray through the wall, but he's holding off the opposite angle. It's a 1v1, and there's 15 seconds left.
15 seconds to go.
Holding off the same angle as Pino is. He'll go for the gunfight. They're right against the wall. Skadinia!
10 seconds remaining.
Odded as he appeared to go for a run out. Not exactly what they want.
Defender has been
Falls
discovered.
does run out, gets Kamikaze, but then gets immediately traded out as Julio's got the skylight above, sitting there after 90 seconds to perfectly catch Team 1, who appear to be getting a little too cocky and a little too comfortable, taking lots of gambles that just don't pay off at all. 4v2 for Ninjas in Pyjamas with just over a minute to go. You've still got Denial left for Team 1. It looks like it's going to be an armory take, at least for the time being. Psycho's down below, and he'll grab the Maestro's footprints, and that's going to put some pressure on Skadinia to continue to move. He just barely evades the clutches of Psycho down below. He can play back through this opening with the soft destruction of the ITA shotgun from Jackal, and it comes in handy in a pinch. He's situated just by bunker right now.
So to see the Jackal in that position, of course, with the buck not being available, you kind of have to run it some way. So there's Zofia be in charge of it.
Attackers have
Now
located
you lose out the Nomad. Have to dive into the site as Reduct is holding on to the CCTV window from the break room. He can swing out pretty hard against the attackers here. Oh no, they're so close to him. Psycho taken away. Unfortunate with a Nitro cell thrown out. Will not connect. It turns into a 2 versus 2. Valkyrie's on the floor, and if Pino can find the kill here,
15 seconds to go.
definitely be exactly what's needed for the Ninjas. Though 50 seconds left.
10 seconds to
Julia
go.
will come in and take down Reduct. You need to plant it. Skadinia is holding the singular angle. They go for the quick peek, and he finds the head. 2 for Skadinia!
Attackers
When you're down the way they are, what a shot from Psycho. He makes these look easy. Down goes Reduct. That's a smoke off the board, and the one member from Team 1 that was situated by the back of Workshop. Look at this.
Oh my.
Smoke going down, and Falls just goes in. He'll find one. There's another body pushing on in. Just waiting so patiently on a bathroom defense. Psycho grabs 2 more. He's got 3 kills so far on this round, and Falls will be the next intended target. He's prone by the window, and I don't know if he hears that there's bodies above him. There goes an explosive, and he gets jumped on.
I'm very proud of it. A couple of years ago, that wasn't the play. But hopefully it spreads to Rob at some point. Now Reduct holding on from the skylight. Yeah, I know. We pray.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. It's like the 7 wonders of the world. Reduct with a self-flash and a second one popping right into Lukid as Team 1 just going in for the dive, and they are completely flashed away when kill for Falls, but Julio on the refrag with 2 of his own. Rise with 1 on a Julio, finally take him away, and Skadinho will find Pino, but Reduct is solo on HP. Losing Psycho are the last 2 alive. Near jabs have already been preset, all of them. Reduct, diffusers on the floor. There's tags of the defenders coming in to the site, but you're not playing together. Muzi, doesn't matter. He finds Rise, sprays in the back, and actually drops Reduct, who's now on the floor. You don't know if your opponent is down or not, and there's the finisher. Last alive is on the rappel. You'll have to dive out for it. Psycho finds it. In the very first round, you saw that, I don't remember which player was on the Volta, did not get tracked through it first, and that's the first kill for Pino. He gets tagged a bit through the Twitch drone here, but of alibi prismas that have been deployed in the round, and call will auto turn off. Muzi, what a headshot, a second one possibly. He drops it. Falls never even turns around. SMG-12 now in hand as Rise will get the kill on Kamikaze. Muzi puts himself on the floor. Skadinia's coming in from behind. Muzi wins the gunfight at 3K. He looks for the 4th, but Julio's already netted it. Camera positioning has been throughout the evening. Muzi, skirts right past. You're not expecting that if you have the gridlock, but Rise turns around. What a shot! They hold this from the doorways. He'll find 1 kill. Another entry for Team 1 as Psycho tries to fight aggressively out by the connector window. It's Kamikaze on the smoke. It's gonna warp on back to where the diffuser is. Oh, the flick! He finds it! Lukid is down! Kamikaze, how do you even do that? Saw an impact with 2 smokes in hand and the goo mine coming in clutch. NIP. Nitro cell thrown in the back and will connect on the Rise. The double kill. Leaving only 1 alive. Skadinia's already on the floor. Oh no, the team kill from Psycho, but he saves it. Oh my god. Inside 2 actually being set here by Team 1. Huge dedication onto Aviator Game Room. And what a play from Psycho, but Lukid will take him away. Lukid with another one as he drops the diffuser carrier. Turns around with a pistol, but that's the CZ-75 rattling out. Rise will find Julio and save his teammate. Not for long as Muzi takes down Lukid. That's so much damage. Has already been done to the Nomad. The round has been flipped on its head, Parker. How does this even happen?
Rise is so far away. He's all the way in statuary, and we'll have to come back to site. I mean, Pino's got the diffuser. They can just plant, but I think they're very wary of a retake, especially one that's going to be quarterbacked by Falls. Rise gets droned out, so they know that he's playing in statuary. You don't necessarily want to push him. You need to walk into the actual site over by Trophy, so they don't have the full control. I thought the site was Armory yet again. Falls continues to back up, and, well, Muzi's going to be choked out. He will die to 1 tick of damage. This is troublesome for him. Trying to possibly draw somebody out. The Clash is still there. You have no frag grenades to deal with her. Muzi can't really do all that much. There's no effect here. Down goes the smoke, and it's all in the Clash in a 1v2. But keep in mind, the taser can kill Muzi. Oh, Falls pulls out the gun. He's got the SMG in his hands. He'll hit the deck, and he's going to need to hit his shots. He knows the buck is going to come swinging around the corner, playing around the chassis.
Oh,
Pino will be there, and he'll send ninjas in pajamas. And how about ninjas in Raleigh? Congratulations to NIP